Raider Nation, what is going on? Coming to you guys with a quick day two recap. And I'll tell you what, maybe the first day had a lot of people triggered, a lot of people fired up about some picks. That's okay. You know what? Raider Nation is passionate. And obviously, we have a lot of strong opinions. But day two, I think we can all agree on right now. We're getting pretty hyped about day two. So far, this draft haul is looking pretty good. In Mike Mayock, we trust. And we're going to dive into that real quick. But first, I'm going to tell you just a minute about what this episode is being brought to you by blacksundaysshop.com. You go to blacksundaysshop.com and use my promo code here. This is promo code SKULL20. You put that in the coupon code section and you're going to get 20% off your entire site. They just dropped a new t-shirt. It's called the Champ shirt. It has the 3 rings on it. Super awesome. And just like anything else, whenever you purchase anything, t-shirt, hat, hoodie, anything, you get this free bandana with it. Tell me you don't want to rock this bandana. So blacksundaysshop.com, promo code SKULL20. But I'll tell you what, man, I'm super excited for these draft picks. Let's get into it. So we started this thing off with no second round picks, right? We're going into this. I think we're hoping to trade back into round 2, maybe even with pick 19. Maybe we would have gotten to the second round, but we didn't. There wasn't a trade suitor that made sense to Mike Mayock and John Gruden to come from 19 trade back. So we stayed with our picks. We're coming up with back-to-back picks at 80 and 81. We ran through it. We saw some good names coming off the board. First guy that comes off at pick number 80, Lynn Bowden Jr. And let me tell you something. Lynn here is a Swiss Army knife for this offense. He comes in, he had 1,468 rushing yards last season. That's 7.9 yards per attempt. He had 13 touchdowns, 348 receiving yards. He even had 50 throws at quarterback. This dude was doing everything. You guys know, you can probably recognize Taysom Hill, the quarterback from the Saints. This is going to be that same dude. He runs, extremely fast. I forget his 40 time. I want to say it was maybe in the 4.3s. The dude is extremely fast, maybe a 4.38, 4.39, somewhere in that area. Oh, man. I'm extremely excited to add this guy in to maybe rotate, even as I love Hunter Renfrow in the slot, but maybe he rotates in with him as a gadget guy. Takes some pressure off of him, keeps the defense on their heels. This is going to be amazing. A third-round guy, he's going to come and he's going to immediately contribute to the weapons we have in our offense. Now, like I said, this was back-to-back picks, so we went from 80 to 81, and we got South Carolina's Bryan Edwards. And I will tell you, Bryan Edwards now, we went from little, I forget what, Bowden's 5'11". Now, Bryan Edwards, he's 6'3", 215 pounds, big dude. And he's had consistent 800-yard seasons. He's had 22 touchdowns over his 4 years. And I'll tell you what, I put this guy's highlight tape on, and this dude is just making contested one-hand catches over corners. Big-time touchdowns. It is almost unreal. As much as I love Lynn here that came in as our Swiss Army knife, Bryan Edwards is going to be amazing. Now, this kind of puts, I think, a Marcel Aitman on the hot seat. But, man, Brian, I don't know why I'm so pumped. After watching Bryan Edwards, I think he only played 10 games this last season, maybe struggled with some injuries. But I will tell you, man, this dude is coming in super, super talented. Give that guy some jump balls. Let him grow some chemistry. Obviously going to be dangerous. Now, we had our third round pick set at 91, but we traded it with the Patriots. We traded 91 and our 159 for 100, 139, and 172. So, obviously, those last 2 picks are tomorrow, but we had pick 100, and we go down to pick 100, and we pick Clemson's Tanner Muse. And, obviously, Clemson, hello, let's everybody go crazy about how Mike Mayock loves Clemson players, but this dude is worth it. Tanner Muse, obviously, from my buddy, shout out Grizz Turner. He knows Tanner Muse just like anybody else, and he is just the second best thing out of Clemson for a hybrid, just like Isaiah Simmons. You look at Isaiah Simmons, he's a hybrid. Is he a linebacker? Is he a safety? This is the same thing for Tanner Muse. He ran a 4.43. He ran a 4.43, and he's a big dude. He makes big hits. He makes big tackles. He can develop. Let this guy get bigger, and he could be that Corey Littleton. He could be that big time like a Thomas Davis, right? One of those long-term, hard-nosed linebackers. And just because of his build and what he looks like, of course, everyone's going to dub him just a pure Gruden grinder. Man, I'm telling you, Tanner Muse, Bryan Edwards, Lynn Bowden Jr., I am all for this third-round haul. I'd say day two, but this is all third round. Mike Mayock didn't get a third-round pick last year. So he made up for it this season by taking these three guys, and I'm extremely excited. So I will tell you, this is going to be my last little recap until tomorrow night, Saturday night. Me and Kenny King Jr. are going live on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification button, because we're going live and we're going to recap the entire draft. We're going to go even more in depth than I'm doing now. These are just quick recaps to kind of let you know the type of player that we're getting. I'm excited. Raider Nation, we're nailing this thing. In Mike Mayock, we trust. So until tomorrow night, live stream, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's on the West Coast at 4 p.m., 7 p.m. on the East Coast. As soon as the draft is over, we're going live, so be prepared for it. Subscribe, hit those bell notifications, and I will see you tomorrow night.